What's up guys, David here from Phone Buff and welcome back to part 2 of this 2-part video series comparing the Apple iPhone 5s and the Samsung Galaxy S4. Last time we looked at reasons why the Galaxy S4 could be considered better, but this time around it's the iPhone 5s's time to shine with 25 reasons of its own on why it could be considered better than the Galaxy S4. If you haven't seen the other video just yet, you can find the link right below that like button, but with that said, let's go ahead and get right into it. Reason number 1. With its anodized aluminum body, chamfered edges, and sapphire crystal home button, the iPhone 5s has a much more premium look and feel to it than the plasticky or polycarbonate materials used on the Galaxy S4. 2. The Retina display on the iPhone 5s offers slightly more accurate colors and is significantly brighter than the screen on the Galaxy S4, which helps make visibility under direct light, like when you're outdoors for example, much better on the iPhone 5s than it is on the S4. 3. Thanks to its thinner, lighter, and more compact design, the iPhone 5s is easier to use single-handed with all 4 corners of the screen being easily accessible, even by those with smaller than average hands. 4. On the Galaxy S4, you'd be hard-pressed to find any of Apple's apps on it, but on the iPhone 5s, not only do you get all of Apple's ecosystem, you also get a good chunk of Google's with apps like Google Now, Chrome, Gmail, Maps, and more, all available, so you kinda get the best of both worlds. Reason number 5. Unlike the Galaxy S4, the iPhone 5s quickly receives software updates just about as soon as they become available, whereas on the S4 it can take weeks or even months before you see an update after it's released. 6. The dedicated vibrate switch on the iPhone 5s lets you conveniently silence the phone without having to turn the screen on. The switch also acts as a visual indicator so you can tell if it's silenced or not, which can help you avoid those embarrassing moments when your phone rings when you don't want it to. 7. The iPhone 5s has a fingerprint scanner which can be used to lock your phone and can also act as a password for things like downloading apps. While the S4 has unique lock methods of its own, the fingerprint scanner on the iPhone 5s is much more practical than any of them as it adds no extra time to the process of unlocking the phone while also maintaining a certain level of security. 8. The camera on the iPhone 5s has a slow motion mode which captures footage at 120 frames per second in high definition. After you're done recording a clip, you can edit it and slow it down at just the right times to make some really epic videos. 9. While the Galaxy S4 also has a burst shot mode, the iPhone 5s works faster and lasts much longer, so you can almost guarantee that you'll capture that Kodak moment. Reason number 10. Speaking of the camera, on the back of the iPhone 5s, there's not one but 2 LED flashes which work together to give you better and more natural looking light when taking photos. 11. The charging port on the iPhone 5s is reversible, which doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but if you've ever struggled plugging in your phone at night after turning off the lights, you'll really appreciate this feature since it makes things so much easier. 12. The battery life on the Galaxy S4 and the iPhone 5s are roughly the same, but because the iPhone 5s's battery has a smaller capacity, it's able to get fully charged a lot faster than the S4, which can be important when you're on the go and only have a few minutes to let it sit and charge. 13. Sure, the Galaxy S4 has NFC, but the iPhone 5s has AirDrop, which not only is more convenient to share files with, it's also a lot faster at doing it and can be used with multiple people at once. 14. On the iPhone 5s, you can easily see which apps have access to what under the privacy settings. If an app has access to something that you're not quite comfortable with, you can just switch it off without having to delete the app entirely like you would on the S4. Reason number 15. With guided access on the iPhone 5s, you can hand your phone to someone like your kid for example, and lock them into whatever app you want without having to worry about them getting into your personal information. 16. Speaking of kids, if you're looking to buy the iPhone 5s for one, you can restrict certain apps and even set content guidelines so you don't have to worry about them downloading anything that isn't age appropriate. 17. If history is any indicator, the iPhone 5s will have a better resale value down the line compared to the Galaxy S4, which means that you'll get more cash back in a year or two when you upgrade to another phone. 18. Unlike the Galaxy S4, the iPhone 5s doesn't come preloaded with carrier apps or bloatware installed that you may not want or use. 19. From just about anywhere you can copy and paste, on the iPhone 5s you have the option to have selected text read back to you, which can be useful when you're reading long articles or when you don't have time to look away from what you're currently doing. While we'll save the Siri vs Google Now argument for another video, reason number 20 the iPhone 5s is better than the Galaxy S4 is the fact that you can access the voice assistant by holding the home button down even when the screen is off. 21. Just like on the Galaxy S4, you can access the camera from the iPhone 5s's lock screen. But the difference here is that you can access the camera even when you have a password enabled, unlike on the Galaxy S4. 22. Whether you're looking at a stock app like Contacts or Settings, or if you're on a third-party app like Facebook or Instagram, you can easily scroll to the top of whatever page or list you're looking at by tapping the top of the screen on the iPhone 5S. 23. If you try to send a video file over 25 megabytes in size via email on the Galaxy S4, you'll be met with this error. On the iPhone 5S, you see no such error as the phone automatically compresses the video and just works seamlessly. 24. While the iPhone's App Store no longer has a significant edge in the total number of apps available, the quality of its app selection, with plenty of iOS exclusives and iOS first apps landing every year, is still better than what's available on the Galaxy S4's Play Store. In fact, in many cases, when an app is available on both platforms, the iOS version is better than its Android counterpart. Reason number 25. As we demonstrated in our speed test, the iPhone 5S with its 64-bit A7 processor loaded both apps and web pages faster than the Galaxy S4, and from our experience with the two devices, it just runs a little bit smoother in general as well. Alright guys, those are my top 25 reasons on why the iPhone 5S could be considered better than the Galaxy S4. Like I said in the beginning, the Galaxy S4 version of this very same video is linked below, so make sure you check that out if you haven't. Please give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and be sure to hit that subscribe button for more mobile technology videos just like this. Thank you for watching.